Hey guys, welcome back to the next video. If you're new to the channel, welcome. This is Richard for WELSHYTECH, and today we have a case from GAMDIAS. This is the Athena M4M in wood. Should you consider it? Let's find out, shall we? Well, this is the GAMDIAS Athena M4M. This is a micro-ATX case, and they are airflow optimized with this case. There is absolute loads of ventilation on the top, the front of the case, as well as the back. Now, this is a very small case, but it has loads of ventilation, especially for GPUs as well as CPUs. Talking of dust filtration, well, it has a big magnetic dust filter that does cover the whole bottom of the case. The top of the case does have two thumb screws here that you do unscrew. They are captive thumb screws, which is cool. And this does just pull out, just like this. And the top has a massive dust filter on the top, so you haven't got to worry about any dust buildup in this. As I already said, the back panel is full of dust filtration, but when it comes to the back panel, this does have an included dust filter as well that is on here. It's massive, and you won't have to worry about any dust buildup on the back. Well, this case does have three included fans. It does come with the Notus M1 fans. It's got one at the back of the case, and then it does come with two pre-installed at the front for good airflow. Now, when it comes to motherboard support for this case, I did mention in the beginning it is a micro-ATX case, but it also supports mini-ITX motherboards, and it looks to me like it's got also compatibility for motherboards with the back connectors. Now, the front panel by here, it does have a walnut finish, which looks really, really nice. But when it comes to the front I/O, it does have a audio jack, it does have two USB 3.0 ports, it has a Type-C port by there, it has a power button as well as a reset button. When it comes to fan support in this mini little case, this does support three 120mm fans at the top, it does support a 120mm at the back, it supports two 120mm fans at the front, and then for the bottom it also supports three 120mm fans at the bottom. Radiator support, this thing does support absolute tons of radiators. It supports a 360 at the top, a 240, it does also support a 240 in the front, and it does have support for a 120, no sorry, it does have a support for a 360mm rad right by here as well. Right, so the back panel does have a lot of room for cable management. It does have this pull-out tray here that will be mainly for cable management. Now, like I did say in the beginning, it does have looks like support for back to connect the motherboard. It does have a lot of room at the back. It also does support a 1 3.5-inch drive, or a 1 3.5-inch drive and a 2.5-inch drive, or two 2.5-inch drives. When it comes to GPU clearance, it does have a limitation, of course, up to 395mm. When it comes to CPU cooler support, obviously it does have also a limitation there. It does have a limitation of 175mm. And the overall product dimensions of this case is a 446 by 235 by 347mm. Now, seeing as we've got through the specs, now let's build a computer in this and see if it does perform any well. But this is where the build will continue. Okay, so when it comes to the actual system specifications, well, it is my AMD Ryzen 9 7900. It is also on a micro-atx ASRock B650 motherboard. It's got 32 gigs of 8-pacer DDR5. It's got a 2TB Gen 4 drive. It's got the RX 7800 XT, as well as a 1000 watt SFX power supply from Thermaltake. Oh, and a Thermalright CPU cooler. Okay, so when it comes to the overall testing, now I've done 2 different types of tests. If you guys seen my previous case reviews, then I do 2 tests, one at 50, one 100%. As long as if it's got case fans included, it's a lot easier. So 50%, I've only done the CPU and the GPU. Now for the CPU, the idles for the CPU were 33, and the CPU power draw at max was 163 watts, and the CPU max was 95 Celsius. The GPU temp idle at 31 with a max of 59. The GPU hotspot in idle at 37 Celsius with a max of 90. GPU junction temp idles 52 with a max of 78, and the GPU power draw was 272 watts. Now for the 100% fan speed, that includes the case fans as well. The Cinebench R23, the idles for the CPU were 37 with a max of 89, so already come down with the same power draw at 163. Now the GPU temperature was idle 35 with a max of 60. GPU hotspot was idle 41 with a max of 89, so it's come down by 1 degree. And the GPU junction temp was idle 56 with a max of 78 Celsius, and the power draw was at 273 watts. Okay, so what we're going to do now is actually start off with what I actually like in this case. Now, when it comes to the overall construction, it is made of all steel, and it does feel very, very sturdy. And of course, you've got the tempered glass side panel at the side. Now, this case is airflow optimized. It's got airflow at the front, the side, on the back panel, the back of the case, the top, the bottom. It just absolutely perforations everywhere. That's all that I think GAMDIAS was going for, was airflow. This one being from Thermalright fits in here no problem. The GPU, of course, is 395mm length, but this RX 7800 XT fits in here no problem, and this isn't a small card by any means. Now, I like the fact that it's got loads of ample space for radiators, fans. You could absolutely just put loads of fans in this and have very good airflow through this case. And as for the overall, I mean, just it's really, really I like the overall construction of this. Is very, very nice. Now, what's the back panel like? Let's have a look. Okay, so this is the back panel. Now, yes, I am not known for my cable management, so please do bear that in mind. But what I will say is I did utilize the cable tie points in the back of the case. Here, and then I did utilize another one here with the included zip tie. So it does have a lot of room, and this is the power supply bay here. This is where the power supply goes. Now, I did try a normal size power supply. It wouldn't fit, unfortunately, in this orientation. It would fit the other way, but then the fan would be blocking it with that metal panel. So this SFX one from Thermaltake fits this perfectly, and the cable, obviously the cable routing and stuff, actually fitted nice. Now, it's got a lot of ample room when it comes to the space of the back panel, so if you were that fixated on making the cables look as neat as possible, then definitely you could do that possible, because there's a lot of tie points at the back for this for particular cable management. And then the final conclusion. What is the price? Well, at this moment on Amazon, it's at £53, which, considering that it's a micro-ATX case and it's got walnut, it does also come in a different variation with RGB. I think for the price point, it's actually not bad. I really dig this case. It's a really nice little case. It was easy to build in. I had zero issues, and I got quite big hands as well. I had zero space problems. I like the overall construction. I like the overall fan support, the radiator support, as well as all that ventilation. Now, yes, if I was going to nitpick, I wish it would have been able to fit a full-size power supply, but due to, obviously, the size as well as that, I understand why. But that's probably the only nitpick I'd say. But if you were to put an AIO on this, because it supports an AIO at the top, a 360 or a 240, which it will support a 240, even though it doesn't state that on the website, it will support a 240. If it supports a 240mm radiator, it will support a 240mm AIO. Now, overall, I like this case. If you want to buy one, I will definitely leave the link down below for you to check it out. And a big thank you to GAMDIAS for sending this out. It's an absolute pleasure to work with you, and let's hope to continue this collaboration after Christmas and the new year. And quite honestly, I like this little case. So look, make sure you subscribe. I've got absolute tons of stuff coming. I've got motherboards, I've got absolute tons of stuff, cases, loads more AIOs. I've been super busy, especially just before Christmas, so make sure you subscribe to the channel. And as always, I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend and week ahead of you. This is Rich for WELSHYTECH. Goodbye.